is a land of extremes. Over the past 5 months, I drove around the entire Australian continent, camping and hiking my way through some of the most spectacular places in the world. My name is Christina Choate, and over the course of this series, I want to share some of my adventures with wildlife while exploring this vast, diverse continent. But let's start at the beginning. Australia is the oldest continent on Earth, with rocks dating back 4.4 billion years, meaning these rocks were some of the first ones ever formed on Earth. See, Australia didn't smash into many other continents, creating mountain ranges, and didn't have much volcanic activity. These rocks behind me, or at Organ Pipes National Park, are some of the rare glimpses of volcanic activity, creating these basalt columns. But overall, it's been a very stable continent. This means Australia has an almost continuous record of the distant past. Not only does Australia show fossil evidence of the earliest living creatures, cyanobacteria, but they're actually still here alive. I visited these microbes in Shark Bay, Western Australia, where they live in super salty water, creating these limestone structures called stromatolites. You can find fossil evidence of some other cool animals. One of my favorite things was seeing dinosaur footprints in Broome. Australia has the world's best and most diverse dinosaur tracks. The coastline of the Dampier Peninsula preserves thousands of tracks from at least 15 different types of dinosaurs. Then we get to the age of mammals. Marsupials actually evolved in the northern hemisphere and made their way to Australia via South America about 55 million years ago. But ever since Australia broke away from Gondwanaland, it's been completely isolated. So all the animals that made it here stayed here, and they eventually evolved into all the cool animals we find today. Aboriginals have been in Australia for over 50,000 years, but what's truly remarkable is that their unbroken oral histories can trace climate change and geologic history. The habitats change dramatically from dense rainforest to dry open plains. But as humans spread across the continent, they permanently modified the landscape as well. They helped drive Australian megafauna to extinction, and through firestick farming, they shifted the entire ecosystem to fire-loving plants. In light of current wildlife conservation, fire management, and modern climate change, it's really important to understand the ecological history of the Australian continent. In the next episodes, you'll learn about some of my favorite Aussie animals, how they evolved, and some important stories about conservation and the future.